This week on Premier Interschools, we bring you two epic encounters on the famous Makotta field in Stellenbosch. Paarl Roos will be hosting Paarl boys in one of the biggest school rugby derbies this weekend. But first, we go next door to School Bloemhof, who will be hosting Paarl girls in an equally massive Boland netball encounter. This Saturday, it's Bloemhof versus Paarl girls in Premier Interschools, live on Supersport. School Bloemhof, founded in 1875, is the oldest Afrikaans medium girls' school in the country. The school focuses on a values-based education that comes from a balanced combination of academics, sport and cultural activities. Last year, Bloemhof was voted the best Afrikaans medium school in the country.
Paarl Girls is one of a special group, and that is the 4M group, which means the vier meisieskole. The M stands for girls' schools. And that will be then La Rochelle in Paarl, Girls High in Paarl, Renish, our neighbours, and Bloemhof. And we, we have a very healthy rivalry on all levels amongst the four of us, and netball is definitely one.
So far, the Bloemhof first team has shown strong performances. They have lost their two previous encounters with Paarl girls and more recently to Paarl. So the Bloemhof team will be looking to use home court advantage to finally turn the tables in this game.
I think it's going to be a great season. Everyone's keen to play, and yes, I'm very excited to coach and see, where the season takes us. In 2019, they were first in the country, and the group of this year was second, so it's quite an intense match when we play them, and we'll definitely do our homework and prepare the girls as best as we can when we get them.
Ons almal het 'n baie positiewe gesindheid in die span en ons almal is vriende, so ons kom baie goed oor die weg saam met mekaar. Ons verwag baie sterk wedstryd teen hulle. Hulle is een van ons sterkste kompetisie, maar ek dink ons is gereed vir hulle. Hulle is baie goed, maar ons ook.
Ons is baie goed. Ek sien baie uit want ek voel ons gaan baie hard oefen met die seisoen, so ons gaan reg wees, ons gaan weet wat om te verwag. En dit is altyd lekker om sulke tawe kompetisie te hê.
In 1874, when Miss Elizabeth Barker's School for Young Girls closed, the Paarl Boys High Committee decided to establish a girls' school, and in 1876, the Macy's Hoogere School, or Paarl Girls High, opened its doors, with Elizabeth Barker as the first principal.
I think everyone wants a good result at the end, but our focus nowadays is all about the effort girls put into their sport. So for me it's very important, are they on time when they train, are they at every training session. Very, very important that they enjoy the game and also be prepared when they come.
The Girls High first team has been unbeaten to date, with wins over strong contenders including Bloemhof, Paarl and Affies. They know the Bloemhof girls well and are coming into this encounter as clear favourites, but they're playing away, and Bloemhof are a well-trained side, so expect an exciting game of netball in Stellenbosch.
Dit is altyd maar 'n kop-aan-kop stryd. Die span wat hulle geleenthede die beste benut gaan die suksesvolle een wees aan die einde van die dag. Maar dit is altyd lekker om teen hulle te speel by 'n lekker sterk kompetisie, goeie sportmanskap wat heers.
They have been really strong over the past few years. We have been really tight since grade 8, so I feel like they are really at the same level as us, and it will be a really tight game. So the team who really wants to win on that day will really dominate.
It's extremely tough teams. It's probably the toughest team around or in this area. So yeah, it's Well, I mean, our school, we look forward to play against them because every year it's something different. We can't recall who's going to win or who's going to lose. Yeah, it's an amazing experience and we look forward to it.
So I feel like they are like one of our biggest competitions like here in our area, and I feel like we are on the same standard. So the team that's gonna like really want to win and like give their best is gonna take it.
Don't miss this quality matchup between two of South Africa's top netball schools this Saturday. That's Bloemhof versus Paarl Girls on Premier Interschools, live on SuperSport. Get ready for a clash of the titans as two of the top rugby schools in the country, Roos and Paarl Boys High, lock horns on the famous Marcotta field in Stellenbosch. This Saturday, Roos take on Paarl Boys on Premier Interschools, live on SuperSport.
Premier Interschools rugby, feast your eyes on it. All of the schools ready to sing to one another, the players back to the fans. Oh, yes! Look at that, the sidestep. Kicked up for the line. It's another try. Oh, that's the stuff. Schoolboy rugby, ladies and gentlemen.
On the southern banks of the Easter River lies the sprawling campus of Paarl Gymnasium. Founded in 1866, the school was originally called Stellenbosch Gymnasium. In 1946, it was renamed in honor of the famous Springbok captain and former rector of the school, Paarl Roos. The school has produced 54 Springboks to date, more than any other school in the country.
Playing at the Marcotta, always brilliant, playing in front of your home crowd. Very special weekend, that's also our reunion weekend, so there will be a big crowd, but never an easy game playing Boys High. Formidable rugby school, strong rugby culture. Boys are very close to each other, they know each other, so there's always a very healthy rivalry, and I think both communities and schools look forward to that as one of the special encounters in the Boerland.
Over the last 10 games, the current Paarl Roos team has had only 2 losses to Help Mekaar and Garsfontein, and a draw against Bishops. They scored a notable win away against their other Boerland rivals, Paarl, and this time they will be at home on Marcotta, so there's massive pride at stake in this monster derby.
A team like Boys High is always very well prepared. We're having Sean back, they'll be ready, and always a very physical team, so we'll definitely front up. Gonna have to front up on the physical side of things, but looking forward to having any team come to Marcotta this year.
So om vir Boys High by Marcotta te speel, gaan ons definitief home ground advantage hê. Om die hele maroon masjien agter jou te hê, gee jou definitief advantage. Dit is 'n heeltemal 'n ander gevoel. So ons is die seunskool van Stellenbosch, hulle is die seunskool van die Paarl. So dis 'n baie groot rivalry wat tussen ons gebeur. Boys High is 'n briljante rugby skool. So dit sal 'n baie goeie game wees. Dit sal 'n harde wedstryd wees, dit sal baie fisies wees om teen dit te speel. So daai naweek se wedstryd sal definitief een wees om te kyk.
Boys High, they're pretty good as well, but we come closer to beating them every single time. Grade 9 we beat by 2 points, they beat us by 2 points, but we all grew, so they might be more advanced, but we as well grew, so we might also be more advanced, so I'm excited, yes.
The last time we played them was in 2019, very tough encounter, but definitely looking forward to it, and looking forward to a packed crowd and the Maroon boys backing us from behind.
It's going to be big, it's going to be physical, but I think, we take it each game at a time, and we'll be ready, and I think we'll get it.
This will be the first time these two schools have met since the pandemic, and although Paarl Boys has won 4 out of 6 encounters, the teams this year are very well matched, and Paarl Roos is playing at home, so by all accounts this will be a massive encounter on the famous Marcotta field in Stellenbosch. At the foot of the iconic Paarl Mountain lies the Hoërjongensskool Paarl, or Paarl Boys High. Founded in 1868, the Brotherhood of the Blue Blazer has played a significant role in South African rugby, contributing 21 Springboks to date. The school's values are based on 3 pillars: good conduct, good scholarship, and good sportsmanship.
Given the history between the two schools, that's a key encounter anyway. If we'd been anywhere, the Paarl boys, Paarl Roos clash would have been something exceptional. And of course, this time we have to go and beat the lion right there in his backyard, if indeed the gods may smile at us at Makota, yes. And of course, the Paarl Roos boys, we all know, very proud, very serious about, you know, their surroundings and the whole Paarl Roos culture and history. And this is absolutely the way we want it. I mean, we wouldn't want it any other way. To have a clash between these two proud boys' schools right here in the Bloemhof.
The current team has had a good season thus far, with losses only to Rondebosch and most recently to Grey College in Bloemfontein, and a draw with Garsfontein. However, they will be playing away. Both schools have massive pride at stake. This is going to be an epic encounter in Stellenbosch.
The atmosphere, the scenery is definitely going to be something to always give you goosebumps. But I say, humble yourself, stay consistent, stay diligent, and just focus. See what happens. I believe that with all the preparation that we've done, and come to the day, we'll be able to prove ourselves.
Yeah, playing against Paarl Roos is always a big honour. You know, it's one of our rival schools close to us in Stellenbosch here, and it's a school with almost as big tradition as us, if not bigger. So the old boys that counting on you is going to be a big game. Yeah, it's going to be a big one. It's going to be a big one, but it'll all be worth it.
Kickoff is this Saturday, the 21st of May, where two of the top schools in the country will meet in Stellenbosch. These are two incredibly well-matched, highly trained teams, and we can expect an exciting game of top schoolboy rugby. That's Paarl Roos versus Paarl boys in Premier Interschools this Saturday, live on SuperSport.
All of the schools ready to sing to one another, the players back to the fans. Oh, yes! Look at that, the sidestep. Oh, that's the stuff. Schoolboy rugby, ladies and gentlemen.